Even non-Igbos have AGWU. Non-Africans have AGWU. The richest man in the world have AGWU. The richest man in the world today have AGWU. But he might not know it as AGWU. So it is us, the Igbos, are known as AGWU. The richest man in Africa or in Nigeria has AGWU. So AGWU is universal. It is not something that is designated to one particular position. So when it comes to AGWU, what is AGWU? I always say it, AGWU is the creative ability, is the spirit behind the creative ability of every human being. And what does AGWU make you? It makes you to stand out. That in every environment you must have someone that stands out as a leader. That person in position to be the one to lead, to be the one to put every other thing in where it should be, so that person will not be every other person may look up to them, or every other person may start working, to be where they're supposed to be. So AGWU positions people to be a leader. That is why in every family you must have one person that AGWU has presented in that family. It might be the last born, it might be the firstborn. In most families, firstborns are the ones that have AGWU. In most families, firstborns that have AGWU. But that doesn't mean everybody does not have it, but I'm talking about the elevated form of AGWU. The elevated form of AGWU. What sometimes we call it AGWU. And what does it mean by having AGWU? That AGWU spirit makes you to be a leader of many people. An AGWU person can control. If AGWU calls you to be maybe to be a public servant, to work in a community, it makes you to stand out. That whatever you do or whatever you say becomes something that people take serious, because AGWU becomes careful before it chooses who should be there. So when you're going to Idibia to do consultation, don't just focus on one area. Footballers have AGWU. Musicians have AGWU. Most people that are celebrities today, that you hear their names, they have AGWU. And look at them and look at their colleagues. What makes them to stand out is the difference. That is what we're teaching here. So when you come to Idibia, don't just concentrate on one place. Let the teaching tell you where you are supposed to be. In AGWU, we have different types of AGWU. We have our AGWU Azoma here. People that in their family lineage, they are business people. They're business oriented. They're into commerce. We have people that are into Nkanozu, that they are creatives. Those people that can fabricate things, that can design, they can call them innovators, designers, manufacturers. They have AGWU. There are people that their own is herbalism, like us now. They're into herbal. There are people that they will show them in the dream this kind of leaf, what this leaf can cure, what this particular grass can do. That is a gift, and it's not everybody that have that gift. There are people that have AGWU, Ibuamoma, prophecy. Their AGWU is about prophecy, to prophesy, to foretell what will happen before it happens. So these are the types of AGWU that I'm mentioning. So when we talk about AGWU does not necessarily mean that you are, when you say you have AGWU, it means you are a DBA. No. That person doing that consultation to check what kind of AGWU that is disturbing you, that you need to go and settle. Because I said in every family, there's somebody that will be raised to liberate that family. Like my own family, where I come from, my mother is a prophetess. You understand? That's church line. My late father has that calling, but he couldn't continue with it, So my father can say something or see something before it happens and say it and tell you that this thing can happen so day. And I'm not surprised that I got it from both people. And my chi brought me into that same family because they knew that that's where I'm supposed to come from. So you see, it was a perfect arrangement. So that is why I'm saying I don't need to stress myself to do what others are doing. And the way money comes to me might not be the way it comes to someone's hand. So that's what makes us different. That's why I'm my agwu. If I keep my nso agwu, every woman being that have agwu must keep what we call nso agwu. If you know how to keep your nso agwu, your agwu will be bringing things for you. And when this happens, people will think that you are doing juju, you are doing ogwego, which means you are where your agwu wants you to be. You must know what we call nso agwu. Agwu may like you not to eat in a public. Your agwu may tell you not to sleep with any kind of woman. Your agwu may tell you not to sleep with one AGWU, a divorcee or a widow. Your agwu will be revealing to you through dreams, telling you what to do and what not to do. As I am now, there are certain food I don't eat. There are certain things I don't do. There are certain places I don't visit until I make inquiry, which means I keep that sacredness of my agwu. So that is when you are doing consultation, know the direction where your agwu wants you, because your agwu and your chi must work together.